This is a 1971 Chevy Vega that my daughter bought to drive back and forth to work because she thought it was cool. Problem is, it's slow, it's old, it's not very reliable, it has manual everything and no air conditioning. And probably most importantly, her mother wasn't thrilled about it. So I bought it from her so that she could buy this, which I'll admit elated me at first, because if she's going to daily the Vega, I'd have to work on it a bunch. And so she bought this, and now I have to work on it a bunch. This is a 2007 Volkswagen Thanos. No, Eeyore. No, wait, Oreo. I don't really know. I just know it's German. And it is cool. You know, it's got some cool features. Like, it'll transform. Check this out. It's doing all kinds of stuff. It's like Optimus Prime or something. Apparently it's an EOS, which I don't know. I mean, it could be Farfignugan for all I know, but it's a pretty neat little car. It's got some scratches, some dings and scuffs, and it's got some miles on it. I want to say it's something over 100. I don't know exactly, but it's perfect for what she needs, just to scoot around, get back and forth to work and so forth. But there's a list of things we need to try to get done here. One, we need to address these headlights or try to do something with them. She says she can't see very well at night. And of course she wants a new radio in it. You know, that screen is all but gone, and of course, you know, it don't have the modern stuff that the young folks are into these days. And then this window here doesn't go up the right way and close whatever the way it should. And what I read is that the little plastic bits on the window regulator break and throws it out of alignment. So we have a new regulator that we'll try to get in here too. There's a small issue with the strut rod here that holds the hood up, so I'm gonna fix that too. Oh, look, fixed. It's got this V6 in here, which is pretty peppy for this little teeny thing. I mean, it moves, you know, like, well, it goes. So I'm hoping I don't have to, you know, like buy new headlight lenses or whatever. Of course, when I say I mean her. She picked up this mother's headlight renewal thing here. It looks like it comes with some kind of fancy ball and some juice. Oh, we got scouring, severe damage headlight restoration. Wow. Okay, is that, would we call this severe? It's probably not severe, right? Anyway, this thing here goes on our drill. I'm sure y'all have seen this before. Instrucciones. Attach the power ball. Apply a light ribbon. Polish. Shine. Buff with a clean drill. Run drill clockwise. Surface clean and dry. Mask off the area. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Maybe we just try the ball first. A little bit of the magic sauce. Oh, is it? Do I have to open it? Oh no, it's open. Oh wait. Oh, the thingy's stuck in there. Dang it. I'll just pop that out of there. Okay, let's try it again. I don't know how much. It says a 1 inch. But what's a 1 inch? Seems like it needs more. Let's give it more. I don't know. Helped a little. Should we try the other thing? Let's try this. Can't make it any worse, right? I guess we'll go over the whole headlight with this thing, and then we'll hit it with that buffing pad doohickey. I don't know if it's working or not. What I do know is that when I priced headlamp assemblies for this, they wanted like $150 a piece for them or something like that, or 38 Wiener Schnitzels, whatever the conversion is there. Now we buff. I mean, I guess that looks a little bit better. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it looks a little bit better. We'll go do the other side, and then I want to see about upgrading the actual bulbs also. So this is before, that's after. I mean, there's some improvement. But I think our biggest problem is here. I went to pull the bulb out to see what kind of replacement bulb I need, and I found this. So we have a wire nut here and a lot of corrosion, and it just popped right out. Like it wasn't in there, it was just hanging in there. So I got to figure this out. I am curious if this side is the same problem here. I better get a flashlight or something. All right, I cut this out of the car, and you know, it's problematic. So I have these really cool 90-degree things, and we're just going to make some new junction thingies here. There we go. I'll go wire these in. Vaya con Dios, señore. I'm sure that's not a song. The things we do for our kids, huh? All right, now we can burn them to make sure that they won't work. Well, James went out to the O'Reilly's. And anyway, we got some new headlight bulbs. These things were like $50, man. But I'm hoping it'll fix us up here. It just clips into this hole. I just need to know how. It's like little spring clips. It would be impossible for me to show you. I can't even see it myself. There it goes, and this one goes in there. Okay, now that I got it plugged in there, I guess we can hook this up. Oh. Okay, high beams. I guess we're gonna see about getting this radio in here. This is the head unit that she wanted, and there's this install kit, and then there's this antenna adapter doohickey thing, and then there's this which is some kind of interface with the computer, I guess, so she can keep her steering wheel controls and stuff. All of this came from Crutchfield. Now, I'm not sponsored by Crutchfield. It would be nice. Hey, Crutchfield, you know, I got other stuff. Anyway, they said this is all we needed, so I guess we'll get on this. And I'm sure I'm supposed to disconnect the battery or something, but you know, I'm just not at home if sparks aren't flying. So I got me some trim tools, and I got my little 1/4-inch drive toolkit thing here, and a plastic baggie, because I'm sure there's 40 gazillion German screws in here. Now, I know absolutely nothing about these sauerkraut shuttles, so we're just going to wing it. This black here looks like it's all one piece part of the dash, so I'm guessing that this silver piece here has to come out. So I guess we'll start there. I don't really know, but we'll just feel our way. Oh, okay, it popped. Oh yeah, look at there. It's coming right off. It's like my birthday. Just don't break anything. As long as nothing breaks, I'll feel like a hero. Without breaking, please. Is there something in the middle? Are we free yet? No? Something else? What else is there? Oh, there it is. Oh, I did break something. Dang it. Or was that already broke? I didn't feel like I broke anything, but that's... Well, we'll see how it goes back in. Okay. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 of the fancy, 75-point screw things. Let's see if this fits it. It does. Holy smokes. Let me see if I can tell you what that was in case you're really interested. It's a Torx T20. Torx T20. Screws in the bag, please. Ooh, that's a nice breeze. You use that today. It's like 8,000 degrees out here. What the hell was that? Something's dinging at me. It said gong, boing. Alright, is that enough for the thing to come out? Oh, it is. Look at it, it's coming right out. How did I get that lucky? What do we got back here? We got stuff that I don't know what to do with. There's like stuff. What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what's happening. How does this come off of here? I better get a flashlight or something. Okay, I'm back with a flashlight. Figured I'd grab a pick too, just in case. Let's see what we can figure out here. Oh, they just pull up. Okay, I don't know what those two things are or what they do, but it looks like it's antenna related or something. Oh, and this has got like a handle. Amazing how much easier this goes when you can see something, huh? You pull the handle and the whole dang thing comes out. Look at that. Fancy. We'll just put this back here somewhere, just in case we have to put it back because I failed miserably. All right, I think we need this doohickey. This is a pack radio replacement interface. It has this thing, some kind of module. It has this, which I'm guessing is our connector, and some instrucciones. Let's make sure that the connector is going to work. It does. All right. So I'm guessing we wired this. We got to wire it to this and to the radio thing. So this set radio select switch before connecting to vehicle harness. So there's a little switch on the back of the radio select switch, and you have to set that switch to the brand of radio that you are plugging in, which ours is a Boss. Boss is not listed here, but it does say Pioneer/other, which is setting number 7. So we're going to go to setting number 7. I got to get jewelry screwdrivers. Dang it. So we're going to set this to setting number 7. The sticker don't want to come off. Why are you putting a sticker on there that don't want to come off? Why would you do that? Seems like a fair question. I will wait patiently for a reply. So this now goes into here. Okay. And this is for, I don't know what this is for. And I don't know what this is for, but I'm guessing the paperwork will tell me. We need to wire this joker before we plug it into the factory connector. We need to wire it into the radio wiring. So I'm going to need some wiring tools. In and out, in and out, in and out. Oh, okay, I'm back. I'm back. And I brought more, stuff and a whole bunch of butt connectors. Now we got to go into the radio here. It's a microphone thingy. This is the one we need here. She did also get a radio that has a backup camera, you know, so there's that extra work also. We'll get to that later. All of these wires are labeled with what they are, so that's good. Where's the wiring diagram? Here we go. Battery, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Perfect. She's got a really nice air freshener. I mean, I'm smelling it and it's delightful. Okay, there's one. All right, I'm gonna work my way through and make all these connections, and then we'll go from there. It should only take me till, I don't know, Thursday. All right, I think I got all these connections made and the antenna thingy. It looks like maybe we can plug this all in and see if it's gonna work. And if it does, well then, boom, shaka dalaka. And if it don't, we'll call a Wiener Schnitzel technician. Oh, it came on. I suppose that's good. Oh crap. Mode tuner. It should have found something by now. Oh, I don't have the antenna plugged in. Let's try it again. Well, believe it or not, all of my connections were right the first time. And this little thing works fine because the steering wheel controls are doing what they're supposed to. But now there's this element here because, you know, she wanted a backup camera. And all this has to run from the trunk because the camera is like a license plate thing. Just mounts to your license plate here. Plugs into these wires. Runs all the way to the front. You know, come back here to the trunk and figure out, here's the license plate thingy here. Figure out how I'm going to do this, and the trunk is otherwise occupied. So, looks like I'm going to have to transform it, you know, back to a hardtop. Transform and roll out. Now, take a look, see what's going on back here. How am I going to do this? Well, I mean, the car just comes apart without even asking. I mean, if I could get the wires in here somewhere. I don't know. I mean, it's got a mount here. I got to get the wires inside. I could always just drill a hole, I guess, in the car. I mean, what's a hole? It's a drill bit. That's all it is. It just takes a drill bit. So looking at this, it looks like I can drill a hole on the underside here for those wires, and then drop them down inside the bumper cover, and then bring them up into the trunk through here. Probably have to drill a hole, put a grommet in it, and then once I get them in here, then I just got to figure out how I get them all the way up front. You know, to the radio. I mean, we're just drilling a hole in a plastic bumper. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Gently, gently, gently. Okay. Hole drilled. Now, can I get these dang connection things through there? Is the question. Oh yeah, just barely. Perfect. Now on the camera end, it has to have this video thing plugged in here, this yellow, but it has a power wire. This is the power cable, and it just goes to a red and a black. That red is supposed to hook to this red, but as you can see, that red's not very long. And once I go from here down to here, I don't know that I'll be able to get to it. So I'm going to extend it before I feed it through there, in the hopes that you know, once I get where I'm going, I can hook all this up. Hope that makes sense. I'll plug this in, and then this gets plugged in here, and I have to feed all of that through that hole, and you know, go from there. And we'll start with this, and if I can get this to drop down there inside that bumper cover, where I can get to it, then we'll be in good shape here, is all I'm saying. Let's see if I can see it. Oh, there it is. That was the easy part. Okay, now we're at this, and I need to, I'm going to pull this out because I need all of this to go through also. We're just gonna grab some tape here and make this think it's all one wire, or you know, it's a bundle like bundling your home and auto insurance or something. Now here's where we're going to run into a problem, so we'll have to go through one at a time. And I'm gonna look, there's a lizard crawling on my house all the way up the wall. Don't you wish you could do that? Just climb straight up a wall like that, just stick to it like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Just get through the little hole there. Yeah, I'm sure this is a good idea. Well, it went. I might want to like make a little divot. Yeah, let's make a little divot. This triangle file will serve as my divot maker. Oh yeah, see, that was all the, that made all the difference. There we go. I'll put this tag back on. It's temporary because she just bought the thing, and already we're drilling holes in it. Now I just got to get a hole drilled in the trunk and get the wires up into the trunk, and then we got to figure out how we go through the back seat, under the carpet, under the center console, and up behind the radio. Should be a piece of cake. I thought I'd show you from inside the bumper what we're doing. See, you know, these wires here, I just dropped them in, and then we're going right up there. See that plug there? That goes into the trunk, and there's a whole area right there next to it where we could drill a hole, put a grommet, and run these camera wires right in there with it. Perfect. Yeah, there's our spot right there. I got my grommet, and then I got my unibit, which I have already marked to the proper size for the grommet. So right here. Basically, because I'm like a savant, you know, I got all this figured out. You know, I said I had it figured out, but I didn't think about it. I needed the hole big enough to put the dang connector through there, which is this big old thing. And it's not big enough. So I gotta go one more hole size here. Okay. Oh, it goes through there now. Dang it. Watch there. Let me know when you see the wire come through. There. Did it come through? Is it through? It's through there, right? I got our wires successfully in the trunk to the back seat. So now I guess I got to figure out how I get it up to the radio. And that probably means taking this back seat and stuff out, which is going to be a lot easier to do without the top. So I guess we're transforming once again. Well, I gotta see if I can figure out how this back seat comes out. No earthly idea. Oh, okay, well, I guess the old strudel machine isn't that complicated after all. It seems like a good safe place for it. The back, what does it do? You're kidding. That's it? That's all there is to this? Okay, good. Makes me feel safe. Let's take a look here and see how I can get into here. Looks like if I remove these 4 screws, this plastic thing will come out, or maybe I can come out underneath of it here. Let's try that. I know one thing, this youngin' of mine better appreciate all this effort. Better be taking me out for some hot fudge sundae action in her little, you know, Wiener Schnitzel car here. I don't know that many German things to say. I don't know how much fun I can make of it with my limited German vocabulary, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I found a euro. Just kidding, it's a penny, I think. Okay, does this just pop out of here? What's happening here? And there's a cable. Oh, that's the emergency trunk thing. Oh, it just slips right through there. Whoops. Okay. More plastic removed. Well, there's already a hole there. I just need to make it bigger. And then put a hole through this. Yeah, that seems right. Let's see if that'll do it. You gotta put a grommet on it so that metal there doesn't rub the wire raw, you know. Cut into it, short it out. Now I just need a hole in here. Let's see, it's going to be right about in here somewhere, and this is covered up by the back seat anyway, so we can make this hole a little extra large. And we'll just pull this through here and put this back. I'm getting a cramp. I'm getting a cramp. All right, look how good that is. I mean, pretty soon you'll see me on bitchin' rides. Now to the radio, and I have no idea how I'm going to tackle that. I got to somehow get under the carpet and under the console all the way up to the front. And there's like a lot of stuff in here. What I'm thinking here is I can get under this carpet, if I could get under the console and just pull it straight through. There's one screw in that cup holder there. Back here, there's this little thing that was in here, which was covered up by this, you know, door. And if you get those 2 things off, there's screws down in here. So I think I'm gonna take those out with my little 90-degree doohickey. I don't need to take the console out. I'm thinking if I can just lift it up and then get in there somewhere, and I don't really know. Man, I am on this like the Russians on their way to Berlin. Look, so here's the deal. You take, okay, this door comes off. I think I told you this already, but this door comes off, and then this piece pops out of the back. This panel just pops off, and then it exposes 2 screws where you can get this piece off, so you can see all of this is exposed, right? And then down there's a couple of screws that allow me to lift this up just a little bit. So I ran the wire under the carpet and it comes up right here, and now I can bring it up through one of these holes in here, and then run it, you know, to the front. And then once I get it run to the front, there's a panel up here. It had 1 screw in it, pops in place. And once I get it to here, I can run it up to behind the radio here. So I hope all that makes sense. I don't know. This is a job here. Holy freaking the Deutsch. But I made it. I made it. I got it under the console and up through here, and it's plugged in right there. So now I just get to put all this back together and make it look like a car again, you know, something like this. Ta-da! Boy, it's getting hot out here. That sun's a-blazing now. Now that we're all wired up here, the last part of this is getting it back in the dash. You need this adapter. Crutchfield was well, I would say kind enough to send it. They were kind enough to send it after we paid for it. But anyway, it's this thing here, and it's super self-explanatory. You just assemble this thing and it fits in there, and you know, away we go. So let me get this put back together here. There we go. It's a wrap. It's it's been a journey, I'll say that. But now we've got to turn our attention to this, because behind this door panel is what I believe to be a broken window regulator. So, yay. Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, I am not looking forward to this at all. As I understand it, it's a huge pain in the rump. Okay, there's supposed to be a screw up in there, but it's missing. That makes me feel even better, because now I know somebody's already been in here. And I think this is supposed to pop up. There we go. Gently, gently. Nope. Probably just broke something. Yep, there we go. Now we'll unplug these 75 connectors here. Now there's supposed to be screws underneath. Let's see if they're there. Well, there's one. We're off to a rip-roaring good start here. 2. Fantastic. Holy smokes. All 3 of them were in there. Okay, this is supposed to pop off and slide up. Let's see if it does. Well, I'll be darned. Okay, we got more stuff to unplug. There's a lot of stuff in here. And I still have this under here that I'm having to figure out. If I do this and then push this up, it will unlock itself. Yay! I'm like a genius. Now I just have to get this panel off. The infamous 10mm. Now there's some kind of white clip I saw or read about in here. That's a pain in the butt. There we go. I think I'm out of it. There. Oh, I think I'm supposed to take that motor off. Yeah, there's one more screw in there that wasn't in the panel for me to get the motor off. Oh, there's one more screw for the motor. Oh, make it 2. 2 more screws for the motor. Well, there's 3 screws for the motor total, and then the other ones were going into the regulator thingy. Y'all realize that there's 0 chance that this goes back together correctly, right? I got this inner panel down, just had to unplug a couple of speakers there, and then, you know, there was other screw or whatever in the motor. You just take them screws out and then just pop the motor out. And when I started the window was all the way down, and you need to undo these screws to get the glass out. So I just put my pliers in this motor gear here and twisted it to get the glass up. And so now James is gonna grab the glass after I do this here. This has to be pulled out to a certain point to release the glass. There we go. Go ahead, James, take it out. All the way out. To get the regulator out, there's 4 bolts. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. 2 underneath and 2 up top here. And I'm saying that like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. I'm learning like you are as I go. But I could take anything apart. The question is, can we get it put back together? I gotta be able to get under here so I can see what in the Sam hell I'm doing. The slots for the bottom bolts down here are elongated, which would lead me to believe there's some level of adjustment that can be done as opposed to just bolting straight on in. But you know, what do I know? Okay, this should come out now. Ta-da! Now I'm gonna go compare it with the other one and see if there was actually anything wrong or if it just needed adjustment. Now this old regulator here, I don't see anything wrong with it except, you know, the wheel, the teeth in there, the wheel's kind of mangled up and it looks like the teeth are kind of wore out. So it could have been skipping teeth, I guess. I don't really know. But other than that, I don't see anything wrong with this. But I already have one here that we ordered in from a far off land called Amazonia. So we'll go ahead and put this in. I don't know if there's some sort of like testing you're supposed to do with this to, you know, make sure that it's right, or I don't know, whatever. I'm not doing any of that. We're just gonna hope for the best, shove it on in here and see what happens. That's got a screw on it and they had a bolt in it. I don't know, is that part of the problem? Anyhow, let's finagle it in here some kind of way. Yeah, I'm sure that's right. Let me just find the sweet spot for it here. I can't see nothing at all. Oh, that's supposed to fit in that little slot down there. That looks right. Oh, I weren't nowhere near where I needed to be. I can't see nothing here. Is that where I'm supposed to be? There it is. Found it. I'm in the right spot now. This is completely adjustable. In and out, in and out, in and out, like that. There's a big old elongated slot under here where you would make that adjustment. For future reference for any of y'all with a Volkswagen Thanos or whatever the hell this is. Camera died on me, but we got the glass back in and I'm just shoring it up here. And then we're going to put the motor and the panel and everything back together and test it out and adjust it, I guess. Now when I started this, I had the glass all the way down and I want to make sure it's adjusted where it will go all the way down, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it. Well, it's making some creaking sounds, huh? Creak away, Farfignugan. Seems perfect. All right, I'll put the motor back on. This is just, you know, assembly in reverse. So we're going to put the motor back on, the inner panel, hook everything up, everything but the outside door panel, hook everything up, and then we'll, you know, play with the up and down portion, get the regulator tightened up. Okay, good times, great oldies. And I need a swimming pool or a pond, a lake, a ditch. The only drawback to all this, and there might be a better way and I just don't know, so if you're a VW mechanic or something and I'm doing this wrong, please reach out and let me know or put it in the comments. But I couldn't check to see how the window was adjusted until I put it all back together, because you need the window controls and all that stuff. Anyway, it needed a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. Basically just do everything in reverse, put it all back together, and check it out. If it needs a little adjustment, you got those two screws at the bottom, that'll help you with the in and out. And I don't think I showed you before, but it was all kinds of wonky. You know, the glass was overlapping, actually overlapping this glass. So I got it right where it should be, and everything looks good. It's not a bad little bratwurst bubble, you know. Needs to be cleaned up. All in all, it's a cool little car, and it'll certainly do my daughter better than the Vega would have, I suppose. So there you go. We did headlights, we installed a radio with a backup camera, and we replaced the window regulator on a Volkswagen Thanos, or no, EOS. I'll get that right eventually. Anyway, that's going to wrap us up. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, or you enjoyed it for some other reason, give us a like, a share, a thumbs up, post a comment, do whatever. Either way, we'll see you real soon. In the meantime, get off the couch and go wrench on something. Bratwurst bubble. That's funny.